has given new meaning to the phrase, look before you leap. He once parachuted from a height of almost 20 miles. Let's meet world record aviator Joe Kittinger. Oh, welcome, Molly. Total panic. Sit down. Gosh, it is so exciting to have you on the show, and you've done so many things, but I want to start out by finding out about this parachute jump.
Well, Molly, it was a part of an Air Force research program that was set up to get information on escape from high altitude and protecting a man in space.
Right.
We did this program in 1959, 1960, and it was the first time that man had ever really been above in the space environment with just a pressure suit.
Yeah.
And I made actually 3 high altitude parachute jumps. The highest was from 103,000 feet. I fell for 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh.
I reached a speed of 714 miles an hour and became the first man to go supersonic without an airplane, which is energy conservation at its best.
Right. What did it feel like physically? Was it?
Well, of course, I was in a pressure suit to protect me against the lack of pressure, and it was 110 degrees below zero, which is pretty cold also. And I was extremely busy during this fall. I was very busy. But I was really elated because the closer I got back to Earth, the safer I was.
Yeah,
and so the further I fell, the happier I was.
Right.
Because really space is a very hostile region and requiring elaborate protection. But we showed that man, given the proper protection, could in fact escape from high altitude, could survive a free fall, and could get back to Earth.
Oh, that's wonderful. How did you, what was the first time you parachuted? How did you get into it?
Well, I volunteered for a research program that the Air Force had back in 1957.
Right.
This was a small pressurized capsule that I flew up to 96,000 feet, did not jump out of it.
Yeah.
But as part of my training, I had to learn how to parachute jump, and I made 10 parachute jumps as part of my training for that project.
Great. Was it scary the first time?
It was interesting.
Yes, I would say
interesting. You have good training, and
so
you have confidence in yourself, and confidence in equipment, confidence in the people, and or you wouldn't do it.
Right.
And,
not only that, you're also a pilot, and you've flown over 62 different types of airplanes.
Yes, I've always been a pilot, a fighter pilot, and I'm still flying airplanes today. I fly every day.
That's what, and you do the skywriting in the sky, and we're here in Orlando, and we see your skywriting for Rosie O'Grady's all the time. How does that work? I've always wondered how the letters stay. You know, they stay there for a long time before they disappear. What is that?
It's a smoke that's injected into the exhaust system of the airplane, and it comes out, makes it billowy, billowy smoke. And we write backwards, actually. In order for you to read it on the ground, we have to write this letter backwards.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And sometimes the letters will stay there for 5 minutes, sometimes they'll stay for an hour. It just depends upon the atmospheric conditions.
If we had somebody in our audience who really was interested in aviation and parachuting, what would you recommend they do now at like 11, 12, 13 years old?
Well, I'll tell you, they should do what I did when I was a boy in that age. I always dreamed about flying airplanes. And I dreamed, and I worked hard, and I went to school and learned what I had to learn in order to get into the Air Force and to flying business. And I guess what it is, just dream, but work hard.
But work hard.
You know, you can dream all you want to, but if you don't work hard, you can get any place.
That's exactly it.
It takes hard work to do it, too.
Right. Now, something I'm fascinated with is your ballooning. And I was wondering, you brought a few things right over here, and I can't wait for us to get over here and see it. You get right in here if you want to show us what it is. This is.
Well, Molly, first of all, you mentioned parachute. This is a parachute.
Oh, okay,
this is a modern-day parachute. This is the type of parachute that we use when we go up and do acrobatics in aircraft. It's very lightweight, very efficient, and it does the job if you ever need it.
Yeah.
And the standard joke is, if you use it and it doesn't work, you can always bring it back and get a new one. This is a hot air balloon similar to the one that you and your father and Pete and I
we had a wonderful
balloon ride in,
yes, he took my whole family.
Several years ago.
Yes.
We had a delightful adventure, as we always do.
We always fell right on top of you when we landed, if you recall.
I do that on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
with pretty girls.
Oh.
This is a hot air balloon basket. I might mention that, as you know, I made the first solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean.
That's what was going to be my next question. Tell us about that.
But that was in a helium balloon.
Right.
With a balloon full of helium, a much larger gondola, 15 foot long, looked like a boat.
Right.
And it was designed to get me across the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah. And you were by yourself, right?
Yes, I was by myself.
What was that like to be there all that time alone, out on the ocean?
I was very busy. I was flying the balloon, I was communicating and navigating, and by the way, one of the most frequent questions asked me about that flight was, who was with you on the solo flight across the Atlantic Ocean?
Right, who was?
And the other one, of course, is, where do you go to the bathroom?
Right, that's what was going to be mine. And also, what did you eat?
Yes, I did, and we had a little porta potty, and I was the only person with me on the solo flight.
Right.
But this hot air balloon is a completely different critter than the helium balloon that we were talking about. This balloon is heated with the burner that you see up here, and we fly for about an hour, and we have a ball in this hot air balloon. We fly every day here in Central Florida.
Oh, that's great.
And
we see you going over through the skies every so often. What are you up to right now?
Well, I'm working right now on flying a solo flight around the world. That's my next great adventure, is to fly around the world in a balloon at high altitude, and I'm hoping to do it this year.
Really? So we can look forward to seeing you once again in the news?
And I want you to bring me back here to Nickelodeon after I do that.
Listen, don't you worry about it. Thank you, Joe, so much for being with us. It's such an honor.
Thank you.
Joe Kittinger.
Thank you.
Peanut butter cups and tofu on a wedge? Pickle cupcakes? Impossible, you say? Not on Blow Your Lunch. Here's our host, Greg Lee.
Thanks a lot, Tony. You know, you guys remember Brussels sprouts and asparagus and all those terrible things your parents used to make you eat? Well, today is the kids' chance for revenge. I have 3 chefs with me here today. Each of them have brought along their favorite snack that they make at home. Now, these aren't your ordinary snacks. These aren't the kind of things that your parents would make. These are only snacks that kids would make. And once we've seen all 3 snacks, we're going to go to our studio audience, and they are going to decide by their applause which is their favorite snack, after which then we're going to make an adult eat it. And our asparagus lover for today is Mr. Snedeker. But, of course, we wouldn't want our chefs to go to all this trouble for nothing. We're going to go to Tony right now and find out what they could win. Tony?
Okay, Greg, our runners-up will receive the Raps Candy, boys that everybody enjoys. They're cute and groovy, they're fruit and chewy, crunchy outside, juicy inside, so get the beat, because Raps Candy is good to eat. And get ready for slapping, poking, pie-in-the-face fun with Mo, Larry, and Curly, the Three Stooges, for your Nintendo Entertainment System from Activision. And for our lucky winner, it's the Lone Star Sing-a-Lodeon. Whether you sing, rap, or shout, the Lone Star Sing-a-Lodeon makes you a one-man recording studio. Sing along with your favorite hits. Sing-a-Lodeon by Lone Star.
Okay, thanks a lot, Tony. Here's our first chef. Your name, sir?
Victor McCann.
And Victor, what is the name of this snack?
Tuna goulash.
Tuna goulash. Go ahead and make that snack, my friend. As you can see, we have some bread, some tuna, and then you're going to put on, what next?
I'm going to put on relish.
Some relish. Okay, just slop that right on there. From what I understand, Mr. Snedeker likes it slopped on, I believe. And there we are. Good. And then after the relish, you put on what?
I'm putting on the mayonnaise.
He's putting on the mayonnaise. All right, good. And the final ingredient is what?
Honey.
Just a dab of honey to kind of sweeten that up for you. And the name of this again?
Tuna goulash.
Tuna goulash, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, your name, miss?
Christy Camp.
Christy, what's the name of this snack?
Cold cut split.
Cold cut split. Go ahead and make that for us, will you? You take some bread and then you put what on there?
Bologna.
Okay. And then?
Mayonnaise.
She's grossing herself out. Just slap them on there. What's next?
Some ketchup.
Some ketchup, all right. And after that?
Some peanut butter.
Peanut butter right after the ketchup. Thank you, Christy. And then finally?
Bananas.
Bananas, and top it off. And what's the name of it?
Cold cut split.
Cold cut split. Cold cut split. Over at the end, your name, sir?
Brian Carpenter.
And Brian, what's the name of this snack?
Pickle in a cloud.
Pickle in a cloud. I like the name of that one. Go ahead and put it on there, sir. You start off with bread. You put on a little...
Peanut butter.
Little mayonnaise, peanut butter. Stick it on there. And stick your finger in it is important, I guess, too. Okay, slop on the next one, which is what?
Mayonnaise.
Little mayonnaise. And we top it off with?
Pickles.
Naturally. What else would you top it off with? Pickle in the cloud, folks. There it is. Okay. Now, studio audience, watch very closely. We have to hurry through this, but we're going to see which one is your very favorite. So let's hear it first of all for tuna goulash. What's the name of this again?
Cold cut split.
Cold cut split. Woo! Okay. Good. And finally, let's hear it for Pickle in the Cloud. Oh, very good. It sounds like Cold Cut Split is the winner. Congratulations. Mr. Snediger, you want to come right over here? Let's just put that in there for Mr. Snediger and enjoy. What do you think? Yeah. He loves it, folks. Let's go to Tony and find out what everybody's won. Tony?
Okay, Victor and Brian, you've won the Raps Candy and the Activision Three Stooges. And for our winner, Christy, it's the Nickelodeon.
All right, thanks everybody for playing a little blow your lunch with it. You know, if you were on a diet, this would probably not be the kind of food they want to eat for a diet, as Wendy and Will found out when they talked to Richard Simmons. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Will.
And I'm Wendy, and we're here in Hollywood.
At the Simmons
Richard
Simmons Studios.
Oh, for crying out loud, they can't even get the names right. We're going to be here all day. I can see it now.
No, it's Richard
It's going to be dark time. She's going to be going, and we're here at Schlemann's, and David Simmons is here to teach class.
No, we know it's Richard Simmons,
Thanks.
but it's what...
Thank you, Laura.
Simmons?
Just let me get my name right.
Simmons, right?
Slimmons. It's a play on word. Simmons, Slimmons. Say it fast.
Simmons. Okay, we get it.
Now, I was just wondering, how did you actually get into this?
Well, 15 years ago, I went to go join an exercise studio. And in back of me was a lady with 2 kids, and she was about 220 pounds. And the guy in back of the counter looked at her and said, "I'm sorry, we're full." And she walked out.
Aww.
They didn't want her because she was what?
She was
Fat.
fat.
So I ran out to the parking lot, and I said to that girl, "What's your name?" She said, "Sharon." I said, "Sharon, I just lost 137 pounds. I'm going to find a place that we can exercise and feel good." And 2 days later, I drove by this place, and I opened Slimmons. And I got a place for people who aren't, you know, all skinny, people who have lost a lot of weight but still don't feel comfortable, because sometimes, even though you've lost the weight, you're fat in here. That if they're 4 or 5 pounds overweight,
That's what I think.
that they're fat and that they don't look good. And you can't do that. You can't judge yourself by just how much you weigh.
How do you know if you're overweight? How do you know if you're fat?
If you look down and there's something hanging over your underwear.
Nope.
You sure? Look, bottom line is, if you get up in the morning and you don't have a lot of energy,
I always have energy.
okay? If your clothes don't fit, if there's things in your closet that don't fit, if you get back pains, if you look at your face and it's maybe a little too round, you may have 4 or 5 pounds to lose. But get it off. How old are you now?
13.
Well, get it off now. Get it off in the next couple months. And it's learning how to eat. Because kids who are 13 and 14 and 15, it's hamburgers, it's French fries, it's cheeseburgers, it's hot dogs, it's popcorn. Do you go to the movies?
Every once in a while.
What do you eat in the movies? Look at me. Look at me. What do you eat? Nothing.
Not a thing.
You don't go to the candy place?
popcorn
for-
has popcorn.
Without butter.
Okay, what do you eat at the movies?
I have popcorn.
What did you eat for dinner last night?
Last night.
Last
and
night.
A hot dog.
You had a hot dog.
Yeah.
A hot dog.
One hot dog.
One hot dog.
One hot dog.
What else?
French fries.
French fries.
French fries.
See?
What's so bad about
French fries are all grease. They're all oil. They're fried. If you want to lose weight, you got to stop eating fried foods. You had a hot dog with chicken lips in it, and then most probably you had French fries. What'd you drink?
What I drink? I had a Diet Coke.
Oh, wait a minute. Get me a gold star. You know, I washed down those greasy French fries with a Diet Cola, and I feel pretty good about it.
Well, what are you supposed to eat, like, for breakfast?
You're supposed to have cereal, fresh fruit, 1 piece of toast. Start eating things from all the food groups, not just from the bread group and the fat group, but vegetables. Did you eat vegetables yesterday? Look at me.
What are those?
Those. They're green, they're yellow, they're orange. Vegetables. Say it with me. Vegetables.
You
Try
can
it.
do it.
Vegetables. Very good, very good. You'll learn that. You'll learn that.
But you know, when I eat vegetables, kids don't like vegetables.
No,
I
we
mean,
hate
they're
vegetables.
disgusting. How do we get ourselves to, like, eat
I'm
vegetables?
not going to sit here and listen to this.
Is there any way to make them more?
You were
delicious?
so young, and you can't turn yourself off. Vegetables are all life. Try the vegetables steamed without anything on it. You have to acquire a taste. Is there anything when you were a little kid that you didn't eat that you eat now?
Cauliflower.
Okay.
You eat cauliflower?
I like cauliflower.
I love cauliflower.
That's
Do you eat it
good.
raw or cooked?
Both.
Both.
I like it raw better though.
I do too. I love
I like it better
But see,
raw,
when you maybe
yeah.
were 7 years old, you looked at cauliflower and you didn't like it.
I always threw it on the
Right.
floor.
Threw it on the floor.
Say, oh, I can't eat it now.
Threw
Put
it on the floor. I bet you do this. I bet you do it.
What?
I
What?
know it.
What?
I bet you eat off other people's plates.
No,
Oh,
I never,
please.
never
He
do
does
that.
it. He
I
does it.
never
He does it.
do
He
that.
does it.
Forgive him for lying.
I
Please
never
don't. He's
do
only
that.
13. Give him a chance to live.
He always does.
He
When
does.
do I do
I
that?
can see you now. Wait. See?
I know,
How
I
you
never do
see
that.
how you've lost
I
control?
never do that.
People
Because he
who
knows
are
he
hiding
does it.
something, especially teens, lose control. Like, what Playboy magazine? See? I mean, it works that way. I bet you're the kind that goes, are you going to finish your sandwich? Can I have your pickle? No, I can see you doing that. And I bet she eats at supermarkets. Wait, while shopping in the aisles, and then throws the wrappers behind the Pampers. I swear she does. I bet. I know. She comes to the counter with cookie crumbs. And the woman goes, pardon me, what is that on your face? And you go, those are moles, and I was born with them.
I want to hear about when you were growing up.
Yeah.
Were you overweight?
I was the
when you were-
fattest kid in grammar school. I was 200 pounds in the 8th grade.
8th grade.
Whoa.
Grade.
Wow.
When I graduated high school, I was 268 pounds, 48-inch waistline. And then at 19 years old, somebody put a note on my car. And it was not signed by anybody. It just said, Dear Richard, you're very funny, but fat people die young. Please don't die. And it was the first time I thought that if you ate too much and you just stand around and did nothing and didn't exercise, that you were slowly killing your body. And I decided to lose it. But I didn't do it the right way. I did it the way most people do it. Starve. And still today, in 1990, people are starving. They're trying stupid ways to lose weight. And that's why I'm here, to help them. Tell them not to do it. Tell them to eat 3 good meals a day. Tell them to exercise, think positive, and always feel good about yourself, no matter what the scale says.
Total Panic salutes our Mother of the Year, Carrie Watson, the coolest mom in the universe, who's honored for driving her kid to school every day on a motorcycle, and for playing guitar in the neighborhood heavy metal band, and finally for winning the annual Loudest Belch competition for the 4th year in a row. For these and other radical achievements, we honor Carrie Watson, our Mother of the Year.
Be-doo, 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 bop, dee-bop, Nickelodeon, be-doo, be-doo, bop, dee-bop, Nickelodeon, yeah.
Hey, dude, what do you think of Danny?
Danny's a good friend.
He's a hard worker. Puts in a full day.
He's always there to help me out because he's such a sucker. I mean, pal.
I probably ought to give that boy a raise.
Well, he's not as much of a jerk as Ted, and that's something.
A raise would let him know how much I appreciate him.
Danny, part of the gang here on Hey, Dude.
A raise? What am I saying? No way.
Only on Nickelodeon. Kids, have you noticed that other stations talk big about kid shows but only give you a couple of hours of stuff to watch? Big talk. Big deal. At Nick, we don't give you part-time promises. We're a full-time kids network, and we give you more of what you want all day, every day. Just check out Nick's New Afternoon. No one else gives you swan dives, smoke rings, slobbering stars, and Inspector Gadget. Wowzers! So don't be fooled by big talk. The first kids network delivers what you want. Nickelodeon.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, alphabets for you and me. You can spell rock, you can make it roll.
Post-alphabet cereal is the fun part of this good-for-you breakfast. Only alphabets is...
A, B, C, delicious, delicious.
Hey, guys! Listen up! Post-baseball platter cards are here, and they're one of a kind!
30 superstars in all. 3 free in boxes of alphabets. yummy, yummy, yummy. I got sparkles on my tummy. Yum, yums, you really shine. You smell like all the sweet things, all the yummy treat things. We could have a real great time. Ooh, I wanna hug ya. Ooh, I wanna kiss ya. Never wanna let you go. 'Cause your love is sweeter.
They smell like candy.
Yum, yums, I love you so.
Peppermint, jelly bean, and grape, each sold separately. Candy-scented unions, so yummy to love.
First came kids. Then came the First Kids Network. Now comes the First Kids Network magazine, Nick Magazine. 48 pages of contests, comics, and Chevy. Plus details on how to join the new Nick Club. Available free starting May 1st at Pizza Hut.
Where's the party? We're Party Time Sweetie Pups. Let's party! Party time! Sweetie Pups ready for fun. Party time! Sweetie Pups, I love everyone. Party time! Sweetie Pups, fashionably beautiful. Party time, Sweetie Pups.
Did somebody say party?
We're Party Time Sweetie Kitties. Party time! Sweetie Kitties ready for fun. Party time! Sweetie Kitties, I love everyone. Fashionably beautiful. Party time, Sweetie Kitties.
Party time, Sweetie Pups, and Party time, Sweetie Kitties.
TCBY frozen yogurt is the greatest in the universe. I wouldn't miss it for the world. I wonder if Mars is still open.
Nickelodeon.
Coming up in this portion of Total Panic, we'll meet wild bird trainer Steve Hottie. We'll pile them high and stack it and contort ourselves into strange shapes on Pull on My Face.
It's time for Pull on My Face, where members of our studio audience bend, twist, and contort themselves into all sorts of bizarre positions in order to win wonderful prizes. Then our audience will decide through their applause who the winner is. So let's meet our players and we'll find out about prizes. What is your name, please?
Shauna Dugan.
And what's the name of your trick?
Take my arm, please.
Take my arm, please. Okay, and who do we have right here?
Otis.
And what's the name of your trick, Otis?
The Weird Walker.
The Weird Walker. All right, sounds good. And who are you right here?
Jennifer Kaiser.
And Jennifer, what's the name of your trick?
Mixed Up Fish.
Mixed Up Fish. Okay, let's go to Tony and find out what kind of prizes they're playing for. Tony?
Okay, our Pull on My Face runners-up will receive Sasson swimwear. The hottest looks in swimwear come from Sasson. At the pool or on the beach, Sasson swimwear for girls and boys makes a splash. And for our winner, Franklin's Elementary Spelling Ace. Spelling is fast and fun with Franklin's Elementary Spelling Ace. Corrects over 50,000 words. Helps you find the definition, Merriam-Webster's Dictionary, and plays fun word games.
Our winner will also receive this amazing contortionist cap. It even waters the plant in it. Pretty special, I'd say. Okay, let's get on with the game. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it one more time?
Take my arm, please.
Let's see it. Wow, great job. Okay, super. All right, let's move right along here to Otis. Otis, the name one more time?
The Weird Walker.
Weird Walker. All right, let's see it. Oh, great job, Otis. All right. I thought we were going to have you go all the way across the studio. All right, you head around there. Jennifer, tell us the name one more time.
Mixed Up Fish.
Mixed Up Fish. All right, let's see it. Good job. Okay. All right, audience, it's your time to decide the winner. What do we hear for Take My Arm, Please? Okay, all right. How about Otis's Weird Walker? All right. And of course, we have the Mixed Up Fish. The Mixed Up Fish has won. Okay, let's have you come around right over here. Scoot down, you two. Up right where you are. Look right up into the camera, and let's get you to do that Mixed Up Fish for us. One more time. Let him see it. There you go. Get that into position. Yeah, I would definitely say that's a mixed up looking fish. Okay. It's a heavy competition today, but let's go to Tony and find out what our 3 contortionists might have won. Tony?
Okay, Otis and Shanna, you've won the Sasson swimwear. And for our winner, Jennifer, the Franklin Elementary Spelling Aids.
And of course, she has won the contortionist cap. I'll hold it in position. You do the watering. And it works beautifully. All right. Thanks for joining us here on Pull on My Face.
Here on Total Panic, when we refer to wildlife, we usually are talking about our rowdy audience. But our next guest has been watching a different kind of wildlife for the last 12 years. Please welcome wildlife photographer Steve Hoddy. Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
How you doing?
Got a little buddy with you here, I see, huh?
Thank you. Yeah, this is our hybrid peregrine falcon.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do you have a name for her?
Well, we call her Mama Cass.
Mama Cass, very nice.
Yeah, she's a big, loud falcon.
Very nice. What do falcons eat, I've often wondered?
They eat ducks and pheasant, mostly birds, and they're built for speed. You know, a falcon can fly at over 200 miles an hour.
I didn't know that.
And what they'll do is they'll go up maybe 3,000, 5,000 feet where they're just a speck in the sky, and then they'll drop like a rock, and the duck, which is doing about 65 on the ground, they'll just come and they'll smack it with those big talons.
Wow, look at that.
And they'll just hit it really hard, and it'll stun the prey, and then they'll come around and they'll catch it. But they can go at over 200 miles an hour.
I did not know that. That is really fast.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been interested in wildlife?
Oh, all my life.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a bird watcher and used to sit me on his knee and point out the different birds. And
Really?
things.
So now, when you do photographers, when you take pictures of these different animals, you're out in the wild, and so I would think there'd be a lot of dangerous things that you've gone through since you're dealing with the wild animals. Have you got any of those stories you'd like to share with us?
Well,
of those dangerous times?
Most dangerous thing is at Silver Springs, where I work, is we've got this new Jeep Safari where you have to go through an alligator pit and everything, and once in a while the alligators get out on the trail and you got to go round them up. So that's pretty hairy sometimes.
How do you round up an alligator?
Oh, very carefully.
I guess so.
By the tail first, and then you kind of got to wrestle him.
So now, when you were a kid, did you have a lot of pets? Is that where some of this started?
Oh, yeah, a lot of snakes and lizards. And when I was around 12 years old, I got interested in birds of prey, and I did a lot of studying and contacted people that were experts in the field, and they kind of took me under their wing, so to speak, and took me out and showed me how the birds work, and had them ever since.
Now, in addition to taking pictures of birds, you also train birds, is that correct?
Oh, yes. In fact, at Weeki Wachi, we just finished a show this year. That's probably the best show in the world. I mean, you can actually see a falcon like this fly, but not like we can do in the studio where it's just point A to point B. They'll fly and go over 100 miles an hour and fly all around and fly right over your head doing 100 miles an hour and just be inches from you. So it's really exciting.
How do you train a wild animal? What's one of the most important things to remember when you're training a wild animal?
A lot of time and patience. It's something that they don't make good pets, and anybody that has these birds or any animal that's wild, you got to remember that they're all protected by Fish and Wildlife and the Fish and Game. And if you find a bird, you can't legally take it. And this is for the bird's own protection because they have very special diets and just the time it takes to feed these birds and feed them the right things to keep them alive it's a full-time job.
Wow, so it's not something that anybody would have.
No, it's very rare.
He's so beautiful. Well, now I understand you have a demonstration that you'd like to share with us, right?
Yeah, would you like to see it?
Let's do that, yeah.
We'll see if Lori is our spokesperson here.
Okay.
And from Silver Springs.
Hi, Lori.
She's just learning how to fly falcons. I want you to pay attention to this because if she does a really good job, maybe we can get you to fly her, okay?
Oh, very good. Okay.
Okay, Lori, let's see if we can. There we go. That's one small flight. Oh, let's see if we can do a little bit longer.
You got it.
Let's go clear across here.
All right. Am I going to have a glove like...
Oh, yeah. We got a glove for you.
Okay, good. Okay. All right.
Okay, and if you can just stand here.
Okay.
And put this glove on your left hand.
All right.
This about...
Now, how much does this falcon weigh?
She's only about 2 pounds. Remember, birds of prey, they have hollow bones, and they're mostly feathers. I'm going to put a nice big chicken nugget on here.
Because she looks bigger than that.
Oh, she's all ready to fly right now. So you got to keep your hand real still, because she's not going to do 200, but she'll be coming pretty quick.
Okay.
Okay, we ready?
She's coming quick, I think, huh?
There she comes.
Oh, that is great.
There we go.
That is great. She is beautiful.
Yeah, she is.
She's coming to you now.
Yeah.
Now, how big can the wingspan get?
She's full grown. All birds are full grown when they leave the nest.
Yeah. Now, you brought another friend with you, right?
Yeah, I did. Let me put her over in the
We'll
box
put her
here,
away.
and then Lori will get out a little bit bigger bird, and you can help us with her, too.
Sure,
if you
okay.
like.
Now, what's the name of this other bird you've got?
This is a tawny eagle, and it's one of the largest birds in Africa.
Oh, that's huge. And this bird is from Africa, this eagle is?
Yes, this eagle is from Africa. It's related to our golden eagle.
And what do they eat?
They eat a lot of small rodents and also small deer.
Small deer?
Yeah, so...
Small deer?
So you won't...
Oh, man! Small deer?
You'll notice...
Golly! And hosts of kids shows they eat, too.
I notice my glove here is a little bit bigger.
Yes!
I'm going to put that glove over there.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to have you do is help me with this, and what we're doing is simulating a rabbit.
She's coming now.
And, oh, yeah, she's ready. And what we're going to do, she's
ready to go.
She wants you.
Okay, well,
okay, Greg.
She thinks I'm a small deer,
you
probably.
Stand back over here. Now, what I want you to do is to drop this on the floor, and she's going to think it's a rabbit.
Okay.
So you might hop a little bit.
I'm sure.
Okay?
Sure.
Just give her some clearance.
You're going to tell me when you're going, right? Okay, small deer, here we come. And I'm a rabbit. Now, look at me, I'm a rabbit over here.
She's swallowing that piece of meat
I'm a rabbit. I'm a rabbit that's going to get eaten right here. Whoa, my goodness. Oh!
Okay, well,
that is great. That is great. We're just kidding. It wasn't really a rabbit.
Okay, now we got to be real careful here because she's going to protect it just like a kill.
Well, you just go right ahead and take as much time as you need to eat.
Okay, well, she thinks she's got a rabbit.
Can I get you anything? Something to read or TV guide?
Now, see, she's in a defensive posture, which means that she doesn't want any other eagles or coyotes or anything to take it away from her. Up, up, up. She doesn't want to let go of her lure.
What's the small deer posture when she's going to attack like a small deer?
Well, that's more like a wrestling match.
Okay, because I want to know when that's going to happen.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, she's just beautiful.
Clean off her beak here.
She's gorgeous.
There we go. There we go.
That is so beautiful. Steve, thanks so much for coming by.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
It's our pleasure, too. And thank you so much, too. And all the birds of prey. Good job.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Music.
Can you feel it? Here's seduction with Heartbeat.
All around, from my head to the ground. You make my heartbeat. You make me feel. 'Cause everything you said went right straight to my head. I want money.
Callaway rounds out our 10 videos this week with I Wanna Be Rich.
I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich. Full of love, peace, and happiness.
Let's look at our list of choices again. Remember, the one that gets the most votes will be shown at the end of next week's show. Okay, Tony, tell everybody where to write in.
Send your letters to Total Panic Video Vote, 4630 South Kirkman Road, Box 351, Orlando, Florida, 32811.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alphabets for you and me. You can spell rock, you can make it roll. Take a swim in your milk, even bounce in your bowl. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alphabets for you and me. Post alphabet Alphabet cereal is the fun part of this good-for-you breakfast. Only Alphabet says... A, B, C, delicious, delicious.
Before graffiti gear, life was tame. Afterwards, it'll never be the same.
Graffiti gear! Color up, make a change. Make it nice, make it strange. Graffiti gear! Paint it on, squirt it out. See it shimmer, hear it shout. Graffiti gear!
Melvin the nerd. Melvin the shark, his parents say.
We need to talk.
Yeah! Graffiti gear! Everyday kid brush their teeth with sparkling crisp.
Down.
Come on to the crisp sparkle motion. It's a sparkling toothpaste that calls in a commotion. Come on to the crisp sparkle motion. You put it on your brush and move it all around. It's got a good taste, move it up and down. So come on and do the crisp sparkle motion with me.
Look, Mom, by Teddy.
Shoo-be-doo-be-doo-wop, la 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 la, shoo-be-doo-be-doo-wop, la 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 la, shoo-be-doo-be-doo-wop, Nickelodeon.
These are the stackers. And these are the objects they have to stack. It's all part of a game called Stack It. Now here's your host, Molly Scott.
Great. Hello, you two. Are you ready for Stack It?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Michelle St. Louis.
Great. And what's yours?
Andy Mayer.
And you're obviously the red team, and you're the blue team, correct? This game is very simple. We're going to put a minute up on the clock, and whichever one of you can stack the most objects up the highest in that amount of time will win. Let's go to Tony and find out what the prizes are. Tony?
Okay, Molly, today's Stack It runner-up will receive new Squishes bubblegum. First a candy, then a great gooey gush. 5 big, long-lasting chews per pack. Go ahead, squish a squishy. And Fester's Quest. Uncle Fester and the Addams Family have returned. The wildest alien encounter in video game history, Fester's Quest, from the Nintendo Entertainment System from Sunsoft. And our winner will receive a Dynacraft 18-speed racing bike. Magna bikes with the power to climb and accelerate. Bikes for today. Why not try the next generation of bicycles? Magna, the hot new name on the street.
Okay, remember, whichever of you can stack the objects the highest will win. Can we get a minute up on the clock? Okay. On your marks, get set, stack it. Okay. She's decided to go for the... Well, we see a little different strategy on both of them. Michelle has got hers quite high by now, but we're a little worried about the... Andy seems to be building a more solid foundation, but Michelle's a little higher. We've got 28 seconds on the clock. Are you stacking something else? Notebooks are on the top of Michelle's. Well, oh dear, we've just had a collapse over on Michelle. Andy's still going very strong. He's going. We have 10 seconds on the clock. He's got the badminton racket up on the top. Michelle's making up time. Looks like it's going to be close. I think we have a winner. It is Andy. Nicely done. Come right over here. Let's go to Tony for the prizes. Tony?
Michelle, you've won the Squishes and Fester's Quest. And for our winner, Andy, it's the Dynacraft bike.
Hey, good job. High five.
And now, another addition to the Total Panic Hall of Fame.
I'm Steve Hottie, and I'm from Silver Springs Wild Animal Park. And I'm going to donate my Eagle glove to the Total Panic Hall of Fame. This is the very first glove that I ever trained an eagle with.
We hereby induct Steve Hottie's Eagle glove into Total Panic's Hall of Fame.
This is 29 Acacia Road, and this is Eric, the schoolboy who leads an amazing double life. For when Eric eats a banana, an amazing transformation occurs. Eric is Banana Man, ever alert for the call to action.
of a massive crime wave. This time it looks like the work of those arch criminals, the heavy mob.
Oh, really, O'Reilly?
Oh, yes. Scout's honor, Eric. We've so many calls, our switchboard has gone bananas.
Right, Chiefy. This is a job for... Banana
What's that smell, Chiefy?
We're grilling suspects next door.
Oh.
Never mind them, Banana Man. The real danger is here. Now look, this is the heavy mob. I want you to fix their desperate faces in your photographic memory and track them down. Oh, and keep an eye out for the phantom purse snatcher.
And so, while the city slept, Banana Man began the night patrol. What was that? Could those mysterious figures be the heavy mob?
Yeah, this ain't no fancy dress party, mister, whoever you are. On your way.
Banana Man's the name, Sonny, and I know you're the heavy mob. This banana's loaded, and I won't hesitate to use it. So back against the wall.
You've got us all wrong, Banana Man. We're just a bunch of schoolboys, aren't we, lads?
Yeah, schoolboys.
And all this is, sports trophies. Won them at,
Night school.
Night school, Sonny.
Oh, I see. Well, I'd be very careful with a valuable collection like that. There are lots of villains about, you know.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll be very careful.
The doctor examined his head once. Didn't find anything. Not even a brain.
Help! Help! Stop that!
Give me that handbag, Granny.
Never! No, you shan't have it. It's mine.
Pardon me, sir. I can see this little old lady is attacking you. Allow me.
Thanks, Gov. You're a real gent.
Go home, Granny, and give up this life of crime.
Banana man! Banana fool, more like!
So, 2 cases sorted out. Dawn was breaking, but this night's villainy wasn't over yet. For near the top of the Moneybags building, Banana Man saw tiny moving figures. Got you. It's curtains for you, crook. I'm no crook. I'm a window cleaner. Just step back, would you, and admire the sparkle? And take this. Thank you. Was it to end like this? The lone eagle of the skies hurtling to his doom in the grip of a 10G power dive. Not if Crow could help it.
Drop the weight and pull out, Banana Man. There's still time.
Okay. But it's no use, little fella. Even my super strength is no match for a 10G power dive. I guess it's... goodbye.
No! Now grab this rope, boss.
Good thinking, Crow. You saved my life.
Come on, lads. Let's scarf up. Up!
Oh, let's go. The heavy mob are all yours, Chief. I'm off to bed. No sense in me hanging about.
We've gone through all of our mail and found out that the winner of this week's video vote is All Around the World from Lisa Stanfield. And happen to have one of our letters here. Let me like to read it to you. This is from Joe Pittman of Arkansas. And he says, "Dear Total Panic, will you please play number 7, All Around the World for me and my friend Brandon Anderson, your friend Joe Pittman." Joe, thanks so much for writing in. And since you wrote in and we read it on the air, we're going to send you a super cool Total Panic t-shirt. And remember, for any of you that write in, if we read your letter on the air, we'll send you a t-shirt too. So now it's time to rock the house down with a little All Around the World. Let's do it.
I don't know where my baby is.
Rock that.
But I'll find him. Somewhere. Somehow. I've got to let him know how much I care. I'll never give up looking for my baby. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be, my baby. But I'm gonna find him. Ooh, we had a quarrel, and I let myself go. I said so many things he didn't know, and I was so bad. I don't think he's coming back. He gave the reasons he should go, and he said things he hadn't said before, and he was so mad. And I don't think he's coming back. I did too much lying, wasted too much time. Now I'm here and crying. I've been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be, my baby. But I'm gonna find him.
We'd like to thank spelling bee champ Jonathan Liu, wild bird trainer Steve Hottie, aviator Joe Kinger for stopping by on the show. We also want to thank Mary Kate Olsen, Bob Saget, and of course, Richard Simmons.
And also, if you want to be a home team player, remember, write into us to the address you'll see on your screen at the end of the show. We love you guys.
Yeah, we love you. Bye.
Bye.
I did too much lying, wasted too much time.
Some members of our studio audience will receive Cush Ball, the ball that's soft and wiggly, colorful and wild. It's a handful of fun that's loved by everyone. Cush Ball, once you catch it, you won't want to put it down. And you Poppin' Soda Poppin' Candy. It'll tickle your tongue and pop your top. The soda can candy that's a blast to eat. Poppin' Soda. And delicious Sunny Delight Florida Citrus Punch. Great taste for the whole family, morning, noon, and night. Nothing delights you like Sunny Delight.
I can't find my baby. I don't know when, I